Everyone's going to get one.
And I imagine Fnatic will look to get themselves probably, I want to say, the Corki to match up with the Ezreal. Offers good poke, nice siege, offers that good scaling in terms of the AD carry. But instead, maybe I can't quite predict this final one for Fnatic.
It's always going to be a hard one to go. Caps. I think that Corki would make a lot of sense for this team. As you mentioned, it's going to be locked in. So, Vedius, you yourself have some solid predictions on the day. Kudos to you, my good man.
Now, what does Splice round things out with? Because, again, you still have a lot of the power picks available. They could go for something like a Galio if they wanted, perhaps having a better performance than Nuke Duck did yesterday. But Caps has said how confident he is in the matchup specifically. Instead, they're just going to go for standard. They're going to put Nisqy on something that he's played a lot of this split. He has struggled in many laning phases, but he's just going to stick with the scaling Azir and combine that very nicely with the team fight damage that Varus has. A lot of DPS over time, rather than insane burst in the immediate vicinity.
All right, team fighting for Splice in the later stages of the game, of course. That is definitely playing more towards the later comfort, and they're going to have some pretty beefy tanks as well between that Jax and that Cho'Gath, and even a little potential to play on the side lanes if Xerxes so chooses. For Fnatic's side, that's a lot of poke and siege you mentioned. Seems like they're not going to have too terrible of a fight either.
Nope, I think both compositions have pretty good team fighting. The only thing I'm a little doubtful of is this Jax. How much value is he going to have in these Sonar spells? Could he lose his life?
He might just do Counter-Strike. Oh, however, it's the counter gank, and they found the Jax. Xerxes in some trouble. Was able to flash away, but didn't expect that one. Meanwhile, though, didn't expect that at all. Under tower, Soaz getting the kill off onto Ottawamne. That's first blood.
Oh my word, Soaz does it again. When Fnatic and Splice met in the first half of the season, Soaz got a solo kill onto Odo, and now they meet once more, and he does it this time around. Let's look at how this played out. He has the level advantage. He's not going to land the knock-up onto the pillar, but he does have his ultimate. He feels confident that he can go for the chase. Even after the nerfs, so much damage comes down from this Ornn. Odo doesn't have his flash, and so Soaz, he doesn't need Ignite. He's able to get a solo kill down onto Odo.
What's going on in the mid lane, to be honest? As I say it, a little bit of extra poke damage coming out. Caps, that blue buff, not having to worry too much.
And you
got his regen.
Now, Broxah looking for another gank. He has been fairly active this game so far. He had the counter gank down bot. He had the gank up top.
Speaking
now
of,
Fnatic looking to extend the pressure towards the top side.
All right, Ottawamne burning flash, so is getting for the dive. Cap sees the kill. Can he grab it right now? Blocking from the minions, but a phosphorus bomb comes on, and that Cho'Gath gets conked in the head. Soaz is going to pick up kill number 2. That's Splice trying to capitalize with the dragon, but we're not out of action just yet. Broxah throwing the Glacial Prison and the Glacial Fissure, and the Monsoon is not enough to keep Kabi alive. Kasing gonna have to burn his own flash as Reckless gets a kill for himself. Fnatic off to a great start. The Cavalry's here too late.
It is Fnatic that are finding these early game advantages. Broxah setting up a gank down in the bottom lane. Caps using his TP to set up Soaz even further for keep their foot on the accelerator for the rest of the game.
I want to see what Xerxes ends up doing as well on this Jax. We'll take a look. Oh, there's a flash forward. Hylissang getting the knockup and the ignite onto Kasing. True Shot Barrage coming through, and they pick off the support. Kabi isolated. Broxah's not even needed in all of that.
So, remember when I said, can they take their foot or keep their foot on the accelerator? I feel like they just put it. Is this a TP? Yes, it is.
So, as incoming, and Kasing is going to have to flash immediately. The tornado knocks up 2. However, Xerxes looking in for the Counter-Strike. Caps has already dodged away from it. Teleport's going to complete the dodge away from Broxah's ultimate, but forces the Monsoon out. And Kasing is still going to fall. Squishy support that he is. Soaz on the front line, and that tower is not going to last long as Fnatic. It's a party in the bot lane. And down goes that tower. And Ottawamne, meanwhile, just dealing with Shelly.
Bit of a questionable TP there from Caps, being forced to use his flash the moment that he arrives. But the reason Soaz delayed his TP was because he was dropping the Rift Herald down in the middle lane. Taking a chunk of damage out, Fnatic secure themselves a second tower, set themselves up nicely for their third and final one, as Xerxes goes in.
Yes, he does. Let's see if they got the damage, courtesy of Cho'Gath. They do. Ottawamne polishing off Cap, but Soaz and Broxah are here to try and turn things around just a little bit. Soaz could not save the life of his mid laner. True Shot Barrage coming in, clips onto Kabi. Splice still trying to angle for an opening. No towers for this team just yet, and they're in danger of losing all of their one down. But Soaz is now isolated. We talked about this, isolated deaths and solo kills. It fits the script pretty perfectly. Now, can he stay alive before Broxah arrives? I don't think he's going to be able to.
Never change, Soaz. Never change.
If only he had his TP, he would have escaped in the nick of time.
And
some of them were assisted by the Leduc himself.
But now we got to transition over to the back. Because look, Fnatic, they're just starting this one off.
Yeah, that's quick. Very decisive play here. And now Splice kind of caught sleeping for just a second. The Jax is nowhere near this one, but there is a teleport coming in. Fnatic might have to fight for this. Redemption coming in. And Fnatic, they're going to look to turn this fight around. The Baron all but forgotten for just a second. But Soaz coming in, finding Kabi here. And maybe the Baron was all a bait as Soaz finds the AD carry. Splice scattered to the winds.
Fnatic, they simply used the Baron as a bait, and now they're looking to extend the fight. A lot of engaged tools were used, so they will just steal away. So
in the driver's seat, this team is Caps chasing Niski away. He's got the package on as well, so it makes this easy escape, or maybe try and get a kill, but Odoamne is here as well. Broxa, Kasing is going to get caught out. He wandered right in. There's a burst damage is huge. Broxa just smashes him.
You could say that Kasing went poof right there. He did not have his flash available. He face-checked the brush. One of the biggest mistakes anyone can make in League of Legends.
And he did it on Janna. Oh,
did it on Janna. Now Fnatic, they've grouped up in Splice's jungle. They're looking for more picks.
See, that is how you check a brush. Good job, Xerxes.
And Splice, they're being spread thin right now. All three lanes pushing in favor of Fnatic. Soaz has grouped to this team because Cap still has the TP. Splice feel that something mysterious is going on. There's a redemption to spot this one out.
Okay. Gonna turn it around and, ooh, immediately finding the Cho'Gath on the call. The Forge God, Odoamne flashing away as Soaz tries to go in. Caps around the side, gets chunked incredibly low, but the rest of the team has arrived. Chains of Corruption are on. Do they have the damage to make it happen, though? Xerxes jumping into the mix. Fnatic burning a little bit low here as Hylissang will be the first casualty on their side, but Xerxes as well. Emperor's Divide, Niski pushing the back. Monsoon to keep this team healthy. It's a 1-for-1 fight so far. Support for top lane.
So Fnatic tried quite hard there to force the fight. Rather than just going for the Baron, they could have been happy with the flash that was used.
They had so much pressure to apply. Now Odoamne is trying to look tasty. And in comes Niski, still waiting on an Emperor's Divide. There it goes, shoving Soaz back, and om nom nom. Odoamne getting the final kill, getting some revenge for earlier in the game. That's 50 seconds to work with for the Splice boys.
Very quickly killed. Soaz, another isolated death to add to the list, and Fnatic are not able to punish. So now Splice can group up as a 5-man unit and look to try and force down
this mid wave. However, vision control of the Baron Pit now going Splice's way for the moment.
Yeah, still a lot of deep wards in Splice's jungle, which means that Fnatic should have a good idea. Engage from Fnatic.
Okay, they found Xerxes. The counter-strike is on. Let's see if they can melt through his health bar after the fact. And Redemption coming in, trying to keep Splice alive. And Odoamne gets Redemption by killing Soaz, but Caps is around the backside. Can he deliver the package into the team? No, he gets exhausted, tries to go out towards the rest of his own team. Odoamne gets burned a little bit on the Valk trail, but that's it.
Successful punish there from Splice.
Playing together, playing around that middle, but maybe they overestimated their own abilities right now. Odoamne getting chunked out, but the Redemption keeping him healthy, and they just turn it right around. Damage over time, baby. They find one. Broxa down for 44 more seconds. Splice just slow marching in the mid.
And the thing for Splice is their re-engage is so strong. These Varus ultimates are so effective.
Keep the engage going to push far, but sometimes a team can do that and push their luck, and you can see they only got the one kill, they back down. Let's see if they are able to survive this fight. Odoamne taking up the entirety of Fnatic. He's going to give his life here. Maybe this is the chance for Fnatic to turn it around, but everyone has already backed away. Tower for top laner.
So Odoamne stays around a little too long, and Fnatic finally get the punish that they were looking for. They don't have a minion wave quite yet, but they do have their eyes set on this inhibitor, and think about how fast they take down these turrets.
Should be able to do it. However, the rest of Splice trying to react a little bit late as they already backed away to get their health bars back up. Tower soon to fall. Trying to set up the disengage. Fnatic looking to poke in to grab inhibitor number 1. We've been 39+ minutes into this game, and this will be the first inhibitor of it. Fnatic are the ones that benefit, having knocked down so many towers.
So let's have a look back at how this happened. The good engage ultimate here from Soaz provides enough CC to allow them to lock down Odoamne. This time Splice cannot go for the re-engage. Instead, they just choose.
Spec Ops mask comes in for Soaz. All right, fight looks like to be started here. The Cho'Gath. Oh, chunked out. Oh, this is dead! This might be huge right now. The Monsoon comes a smidgen too late, and Fnatic trying to charge down the line, just muscling into the Splice base. And all that stall, all that prevention, it might come to nothing here. That is inhibitor number 2. Fnatic on the Elder Dragon. Do they feel strong enough to keep the play going?
Spice, they're going to do their best.
Let's see if they can hold on. Odoamne trying to get redemption, and it looks like Kasings does come in to keep him alive for just a few more seconds. He's going to fall courtesy of Caps. Exhaust doesn't matter too much. Cersei getting chunked out, trying desperately to get back to the fountain. Burns his flash, but that means the Nexus turrets are bare. And Fnatic turn on the heat when it matters the most. 7-11, this game has been going all day, baby. Cersei trying to go in for a third wind, but it's the Nexus that's bare. Cersei's going to fall, and Fnatic do it. 5-0 in the last few weeks. What a game ender.
It was touch and go there a little bit for Fnatic. They ended up losing the Baron. They started to lose these late game fights.